Okay, so at 8 o'clock this morning, we resumed our operations out here into the recovery mode. Um, we are now at 26 hours after the incident happened. We have a very humid, hot day today. I have a lot of fire crews out here. I have every resource from my fire department as well as two other fire departments that are here to help us. We have made our way into further into the structure this morning. We stopped at 12:30 last night for the safety of the first responders here. We are still continuing our search. It's going to take us a little bit of time today to finish up, and this could possibly go into this evening and maybe even in tomorrow morning. There is a collapse of the structure, which makes it a little more difficult to get in, and we're having to do layering, which is taking each layer off the top and get down to where we can go all the way down to the slab of the structure to ensure that we check every square inch of this building from top to bottom, front to back.
Sir, you said you were in recovery mode. Is that different than rescue mode, and why have you now switched to that?
So rescue mode is typically within the first hour or two of the incident. If there were someone inside the structure at this point, it would be a recovery. And we switched to the recovery mode about 5, 6 o'clock last night, where we realized that if we were going to find someone there, it would be just a recovery.
Do you have anything to say about her medical state of the person you're looking for that might have compromised her ability to get out?
So we don't have a good medical history on her. Do you have anything to add to that? I mean,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So at this time, we are not ready to disclose whether or not this individual had a medical condition, just for the family's sake. So we're not ready to disclose that yet.
Are you guys 100% sure, though, that she is in that home?
We are not. We are not 100% sure, which is why we're putting all of these efforts into making sure that we check everything in this building. Like I said, every square inch is going to be checked before we leave here to make sure that she's not in there.
Is the sheriff's office still here as well, searching the community itself in case she's wandered off?
At daylight this morning, we put some effort into, between the sheriff's department, the fire marshal's office, and the fire department, checking the surrounding areas, checking things like retention ponds, manholes, and just green areas around the properties here to make sure that she didn't just wander into a yard somewhere. We've checked the adjacent structures. We've done a 360-degree check of the area to make sure that she didn't just wander off. The sheriff's department did issue a missing persons report last night to ensure that if for some reason she were to be found, that hopefully that missing person report would match up and we would be able to reunite her with the family. We've had cadaver dogs here from multiple different agencies to check the building. So far, we have not had anything conclusive from those cadaver dogs. So, but that's not to say anything, because like I said, when this structure collapsed, all of that debris fell on top of the, itself. And so we have to dig and we have to take every layer off to make sure that we do a thorough job to make sure that no one's in there.
With the possibility of her not being under all of that rubble, are you guys wanting us to put a picture of her out there so that people who might see her could help?
I do not know if we have a picture of her yet.
Yes, we would have to speak with the family in regard to that if they're ready to go ahead and put her picture out. But we have gotten with Set Track, and so they are notifying all of the hospitals so that they can be on the lookout in case she was checked in as a Jane Doe.
I was just going to say, any idea of the cause of the fire or which room it started in?
There is no determination of where the fire started. They have been in this building with us for the last 26 hours looking at it. They have nothing conclusive to go on right now. You can see the conditions of the building. You can see that it had a lot of fire damage prior to us starting our search. to the collapse. All those factors take part in their fire investigation, and it makes it very difficult.
And we really can't start our fire investigation until we are able to identify if this individual is in the home. So once that is identified, then we will be able to go ahead and start an investigation with what we have left of the home.
Now, one neighbor I interviewed yesterday actually lives right next door. I think some of his home was damaged from the smoke and flames. He told me he heard boom, boom, boom. It felt like an earthquake. Was this an explosion, not just a fire? Is it because of all the gas?
We don't have enough information to determine whether there was some sort of explosion. We've seen some of the footage that you guys have seen, but nothing conclusive for us to say that there was an explosion that caused this. Centerpoint Energy was out here with us for a good part of the day yesterday doing their investigation. Unfortunately, they can't get to the meter right now, but from everything that they found so far, they didn't find anything that would say that the natural gas was any part of this, other than the fact that the fire probably burned through the gas line, and that's what caused the fire to be fed by that natural gas yesterday.
Chief, can you talk about how devastating this is? I mean, this is something that you guys do every day, but obviously this is heart-wrenching.
So when we have someone that we're missing or that we have lost, this takes a toll on every single first responder out here. It takes a toll on the family. It takes a toll on the friends. We have been monitoring all of our personnel over the last day to ensure that their not only physical but mental health is taken care of. We had counselors on staff at 5 o'clock this morning. We had them at our fire station to do debriefings, to talk to our firefighters to ensure that their mental health is taken care of.
And just to clarify again, there is a chance that she may not even be inside that home. That perhaps the fire happened when nobody was home. There is that possibility, correct?
There's always a possibility until we make a determination and we find her out in the public, or we find her inside that building. There's always a possibility that she could not be here. But again, we've made no determination. We've found no human remains inside the building to say that she was there or was not there. So we still have some more checking to do, and we're not ready to say whether she was in that building or not until we check every square inch.
Chief, I know last night you told me that she was the only one you believe was in the home at the time of the fire, or may have been in the home. Is that still the case? Other family members were not there?
That's
at
what
the
we're
time?
being told, that we believe that she was there by herself.
And that missing persons report you mentioned from the sheriff's office, what's the description on that, so
Yes.
the public is aware?
Yes, so for the missing persons report, it is a 4'10" Vietnamese individual, female. She's around 150 pounds. So,
Age range,
20 years of age.
20 years old.
Yes.
Any
Last
distinct
seeing-
feature about her that the family was able to share?
We will have to speak with the family to see if there was anything that we can distinguish. So I'll get back to you guys on that.
So how much time?
Just for the nuts and bolts, because I just got here today. I wasn't here last night. What time did this start, and how many alarms was it?
It started at 12:16 yesterday afternoon, which is when we were notified of the fire. It went to a 3-alarm fire. One, it was a wind-driven fire. 2, we had 2 structures on one on each side that were beginning to catch. So we called for extra resources. It's hot, 3 houses on fire, and a wind-driven fire. We needed the extra help and resources.
How are the conditions today for you guys?
The conditions today, humid. We had a warm front blow through. It's hot outside. It's putting a extra strain on the firefighters, all the first responders that are out here. That's the firefighters, the arson investigators, all of the search and rescue personnel who are bringing cadaver dogs. It's taking a toll with the conditions today.
How much time do you think it's gonna take to get into that?
I don't even know how, what kind of estimate to give you at this point. I know that we could possibly be here through the night and possibly into the morning tomorrow. We have a lot still to turn over inside there to check.
And if there is a discovery made, will you guys be updating us as soon as you can?
We will
Yes.
update whenever we can. I know that if we were to find remains inside, that we will notify the family first out of respect, and then we will notify others.
Last question for you, Chief. In a situation like this, when a home is this heavily damaged and there's so much debris to go through, how difficult is it to find human remains if there are any left in there?
It is very difficult because in a situation where a house burns as much as this one does, parts of the body will be hard to find. Things that we'll be looking for are long bones and large bone structures of the body. So it's sometimes very difficult to find a human remain in a fire like this.
You have a long road ahead of you today.
We do. We have a long road ahead of us still. We have quite a bit of time until we lose daylight, so we're trying to make the best of it and use every available time that we have.
Will you continue to bring in different shifts and different crews?
We have been doing that since last night. I've called in extra shifts, extra personnel. We're calling other fire departments. We have fire departments that are calling and offering their assistance, and so we are rotating our crews out. I'm sure right before this interview you saw the fire trucks left here. They had to go to another fire just down the street. So between having to respond to other fires, what we have here, and just the weather alone is taking a toll, and so we are rotating our crews out and bringing extra people in.
Is there anything the community can do for you guys today?
Keep the family and the friends of this family in their prayers. It's a very difficult situation that they're going through right now.
Chief, if you could give us your first and last name, spell it for us and your official title.
Wesley Cole, Wesley. Last name is Cole, Cole, and I am the fire chief for Northwest Volunteer Fire Department.
Yes. Michaela Hamilton, Mikaela Hamilton, Hamilton, communications specialist and backup PIO for the fire marshal's office.
And there's nothing from the fire marshal's office?
No, we have the same information. I've been tweeting on our social media. I've been trying to keep that updated. If you guys haven't seen anything in a while, it's because we don't have any updates. We're still in search efforts. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
you're welcome.